Hi everyone, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we are going to do some wintry set, but in purple for a change. Have a wee preview of it in here. So a bit of matte and a bit of blink, a little different combination. But I will also explain you the difference in between different crystals pixies as well, and I hope you really enjoy watching this tutorial. So let's start. You can see it zoom in jumper. It's so beautiful. It's slightly more advanced and I wanted to show you it, but also we are going to talk about the Swarovski crystals pixie because I want to use them and you can see it. I've got 3 different ones, so let's maybe talk about them first of all quickly. So this is a fake, like I have just put those larger bits and pieces. They are just some real Swarovski crystal pixie edge, and they're quite large, and then you've got some fake ones. You can see the difference in between. Now here, that's the first ones ever which have been came out like in those bottles, and then the new bottles looks like this, and this one is petite size, and I prefer this one. This one is the nicest one because it's not scratchy, you cannot feel it on the nails, but I will show you them as well when we will be putting them on the nails, and I will show you how to secure them as well. Well, let's start applying those beautiful purples. So it's a 219 color. So I want to drop my crystal pixie over this color. I'm really curious how it will look over the color. Okay, so paint one layer, cook it in. On this one, we will do the jumper design. And it will be a nice contrast of the very shiny, sparkly nails over the matte nails. Cook it in. And then this one as well. I actually cannot wait to do my winter set of the nails because I will definitely wear some Swarovski pixie. I have been waiting a really long time. I'm trying to kind of save them because it's extremely hard to get them. So guys, when it comes, like, I'm not going to give you the link, unfortunately, because it's very difficult to get them. What I would suggest is you remember this name. So they are Swarovski Crystals Pixie, Cute Mood, and then you can have petite, and petite is the size I love the most because they're tiny and they are not sticking out, and you don't feel them when you wear them on the nails. And then there is edge, and edge, I'm not fan of them because they are much thicker and they kind of have those sharp edges. Okay, so I would suggest you guys get the petite and just search in Google, like, and in each of the country, like, I hope you will be able to find them as well. Like, once I have waited for them actually about a year before I find my second bottle, and I straight away ordered like 3 packs of them just so I could have them in case they will be again out of stock for a very long time. So I do suggest you grab your bottles. Obviously at the time I will search myself as well, and if I find the link I will promise I will post it as well. Okay, so I want to pour the favorite one. I will just put a couple of them in here just so you could see them. I'm so careful. So you can see they are so tiny and they're really beautiful and pretty. I might actually use them, they are so nice. No, do I? No. Okay, so that's how the petite ones looks like, really beautiful. Okay. Then my mixture, so that will be the H mixed with petite, so you can see it actually. You can see it, those tiny ones here, that's the petite size, and then those larger one, that's the H size. And they look nice and pretty, don't get me wrong, but you can feel them on the nails because they are much bigger. Okay. I might maybe use this one. Half of me is saying like, oh, Dorota, you are stupid, don't use them on a pressed on nails. So then I've got the fake ones, and then I can show you the fake ones. So that's the fake ones with few of those edge ones. Because I'm not the fan of the edge, I thought like I will add a couple of them into the fake crystals. Okay, so that's how they look. You can see the fake ones don't shine at all. Like, completely different look. But let's start the fun. Actually, what I'm going to do is I will probably do a mixture of all of them. So I will use the fake ones, but I will pour a tiniest drop of those good ones in there. That's enough. And that's what we are going to use. So this is a mixture of all three of them. And that looks pretty decent. Okay. So I've got 1 and 2. In order to get the pixie to stay on nice, what you have to do is use the base gel. So I'm always securing my crystals with the base gel. And the base gel is so strong that is really making the crystals last a nice time. So put a very thin layer, like really press it hard, like extremely thin layer. And then slightly thicker in the middle. Okay, slightly thicker in the middle. And now another mixture, so no wipe top gel. No wipe top gel. And just pour it over it. Like, you cannot press it, just press it very gently. And the reason for it is the base gel has a sticky layer and I don't want the sticky layer in there. And then we need the sponge and those crystals. Okay, so I'm just going to pour them. Oh gosh, this is going to be such a waste of product. Usually doing it on a client is much easier than doing on the fake tip. And I don't want to waste them. I will be really collecting them. I should put a piece of paper in there. So I can see it, the fake ones, they don't shine. They have no color. That's actually look pretty over purple. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the sponge. And with the sponge, I'm just touching it up gently. So what it does is pressing down those crystals. So they are not going to come off and they are not going to be catching. Okay, also I will just grab the brush and pick up a couple of those nicer crystals in there. That's the original one. That's the Genu one as well. You can tell by the look of them. That's the real one. That's the real one. That's the real one. This is if you want to be really precise with the application. Like, I don't want to pour them anymore because I don't want to lose them. And would I do it for a client this way? Yes. Just to make sure, so I've got every single gap filled up. Actually, here I will just put it. This is the longest Swarovski crystals application. Okay, and then once I'm happy with it, I am now, I'm going to give it a cook. It looks nice and pretty. So cook it in and do quickly, exactly the same on the other one. Now on the other one, I'm not going to play as much. So base gel. There is also a video on my channel how to remove the Swarovski crystals pixie. So I'm using the e-file and I was very scared like how this is going to go, like how would I remove them? Is it going to be really time consuming? Is it going to damage my e-file bit? And actually it wasn't too bad. I was very surprised how they came off. So you can watch this video as well. Okay, now I'm going to take a sponge again and just touch it up. So you can also hear it, some of them are coming off. That's the ones with wood, which would come off as well, and you really don't want that. You don't want them to be sticking out too much because then they are really catchy, and this way I'm kind of pressing them into the base gel. So really take your time. You can also move them from edges if you don't want them to be close to the free edge. And then I'm going to quickly pick up some nice ones. They definitely look better, like, I mean, there is a difference. When it comes in prices, like the cheap ones are as cheap, like, I don't know, maybe £4 or £5, and then the real ones are really expensive, like, because I think it's over £20 for a bottle. So that's quite a lot, especially that they don't last as for as many news. Okay, and then this one is cooked. It's not cooked, it's ready. So nice and sparkly. Okay, I'm going to move that on the side. Because I will tidy up every single crystal after this video. Okay, next stuff we are going to do is those jumper. So I've got my tip cooked in there and we are going to apply those matte top coat over it. So matte top coat, cook it in. And then on my mixing palette, I'm going to put a drop of this color. So that's the 219. And also I will put a tiny bit of the clear acrylic powder. So it's just a clear acrylic powder, like a tiny drop. The reason for it is I want to thicken up my gel polish so it's not runny, especially that the design is really pretty. Okay, and so that's my tip cooked. I'm just going to clean it, and now we are going to paint this design. So as I say, it's a little bit more advanced than the previous ones. So what you have to do it is paint line. Off center. Let's try again. Okay, that will be easier. So I have marked where the center is. And now one side and the other side. Okay, now this part is going at the angle to the line. Okay, so we've got this line in there. And then you are painting another line at the height of this one. And then another line. I suggest you do this steps first before you move on into the next ones, okay? Then again, like this. This line just underneath at the height of the previous one. And again going at the angle and then down. Okay, so once the shape is broken down, it's easier. So same height and the line. Okay, so that's the lines you are going to paint. After you have painted those lines, attach them, but do not run through this previous line. Okay, so do not touch the previous line. And then place a line in the middle. Then the line. And the line on the other side. You can see it. That's the gel polish has like a rough consistency. That's because of those acrylic powder. But it feels nice and smooth to paint. You don't feel it. It just makes your gel polish more solid so it doesn't run. Okay, then on the sides we are painting lines. Otherwise you would have to paint like a little bit of it, pour the acrylic powder over it, cure it, clean it, and then the next part, which I feel like would be much more time consuming. Okay, then the dotting tool, and on those empty spaces we are going to place the dots. Okay. And then in between that, another lines. So just like tiny ones. Just so there is no empty space. And then once you're happy with it, pick up the acrylic powder and sprinkle over it. So you can see this one is kind of, it looks more complicated, but once you break it down, it's easier. Okay, so I'm just putting the powder over it. And I like to do it twice, just to make sure I've got enough in there. Remove the excess and then cure it. Also, our pixie is cooked as well, so let me put it in there. I actually want to see this combination of the shiny and a matte, so you can see it as solid. Like if it would be on my nails, what I would do is I would take a file and like if I've got some sticking out ones, I would kind of file them. I really don't want to feel them. And now they are nice and smooth. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty. It does. It does looks really pretty. I love it. I love this jumper and oh wow. Obviously the original ones would be much nicer, but I didn't want to waste them. So let me touch this one. Same. Oh, see, like a single one. You don't want them. You really don't want them in there. I actually really like this combination. That's so pretty. Okay, my acrylic is cured as well, so I'm just taking a brush, remove the excess of the pigment. And also I like to give it a clean, so I would use the blue scrub, which is a nail dehydrator, and I would give it a clean. Okay, give it a clean and then remove any bits and pieces, and that's our jumper ready. Let me zoom it in. So pretty. You can see it, guys, the texture on it, like really, really nice. I love how the camera is showing all those zoomed in effect. So that's really pretty Christmas set. Like, oh my goodness, so nice. I love it. Like, I mean, it's nothing over the top, like very elegant. Any kind of lady would love to wear it. And I hope you have really enjoyed watching this video and you have learned the difference in between different Swarovski crystals, Pixie. Look at this bling. Yeah, I'm sending you lots of glittery hugs and bye for now.